Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about a unique multi-tool, and this will be from the brand, I'm probably going to butcher this brand, but it's Topeak. I think it's Topeak. This is the bicycle brand, and this is going to be their Mcguyver XS. Now, I know a lot of times I review these older tools, they're not made anymore. Why do I do that? Because you can still find these on eBay. And I know it can be frustrating at times because I cannot provide you a link with where you can buy this yourself. But you can, if you keep a watch on eBay, find these tools. And a lot of times these older tools that are not Leatherman or Gerber or SOG, unfortunately, there's not a lot of reviews on them. So hopefully this is valuable. This is going to be a unique tool, and I wanted to get a measuring tape just to show you the size. So it's going to come in about 2.5 inches long, and just for a size reference, I brought out the tiny keychain Leatherman squirt, so you can tell this is a very small tool. Now, from the research I did on this, it seems like there were two versions of this made, the XS, which is plastic, and the XT, which is actually metal. So this is going to be a plastic frame, but if you search long enough, you probably can find the metal version as well. This is going to be made in Taiwan. It is going to be made a little bit better than some other cheaper multi-tools. And by that I mean you are actually going to have a lock. Now the lock isn't amazing, there's still a little bit of a wiggle, but you actually do have a locking tool, all except the tweezers at the end. Now, this is going to be made by a bicycle company, but this side is actually going to be more of a survival multi-tool, and so I find that a lot more interesting. This side we'll get to later is more geared toward, well, actually one tool, I guess, is basically the bicycle tool, but the rest are a bit more what you would find on a normal multi-tool. So let's go ahead and start with this. It looks like this is going to be the can opener. Again, I don't have any instructions with this, so I'm going to guess perhaps on some of these tools. And then we have the scissors, and these scissors are they're not amazing, but they do cut through, so they're not too bad for the size they are. A fairly good spring action. And then we are going to have an awl, and this is going to be a very long awl as well. So this is going to have the eyelet there as well. So not too bad, and again, locks into place. And then the next tool we have is going to be the fishing descaler. So that is going to have a ruler on it. It will have, I think a lot of times people use this to take the hooks out of fish as well. And then the next tool is going to be a very small saw. So there's that as well. And then we have the serrated knife, and then a little bit of a plain edge at the end, but not extremely much. And this is a fairly comfortable tool to hold in the hand. It's not too bad. Now, again, these tools do stick up a little bit, but it's not extremely uncomfortable. And then on the end, as I had mentioned before, we do have the tweezers, and these do not lock, but these, let's see, those are the tweezers right there as well. So, and then we're going to have, I was trying to figure out what this plastic insert is, but I guess it's just where some of the tools rest. So there we go. Now, this is unique in that I like how it snaps together. Now, this would have been a really nice platform to have added a whole bunch of different tools. I'm always thinking about modular systems. So the Coleman Pro Lock is another system from like the late 90s, and I really wish they developed that. And I really wish they had come out with a whole bunch of different tool sets for this as well, because I could just see all kinds of different mixes, matches. The CRKT, I believe, came out with a tool that did something similar to that, and I have not yet picked that up on eBay, but that also had a system sort of similar to this, and then you could switch out the tool sets. So let's look at this side. So this is going to be one of the only fully dedicated multi-tools for a bicycle. This is going to be your can opener, your bottle opener, and then it looks like the fork for perhaps working on the bike. But I guess you could use that for other things as well. And then you do get the Phillips and the flat screwdriver. Now, I'm not thrilled with these screwdrivers because there's not really a place where they stop. So once you put this back together, I mean, I guess that sort of holds them in place, but there's a lot of wiggle room there. But so you essentially end up having to sort of hold it with your hand to make sure that it doesn't go too far or move too much. But that's a really nice set actually for the size. So I think that's definitely a pretty nice little kit for bicycling, but also for hiking or just throwing in your car. It seems like that does add a lot of value. There were actually pouches that originally came with this. Again, this is an older used tool, and so this did not come with a pouch. Now, someone did mention that you can lock this tool, and then just by sliding this back, sometimes you could sort of depress the tool, I guess by like that, and then you can slide it back in. So anyway, it's a fairly unique system. Overall, I like the system. Definitely not the quality of Leatherman or probably Gerber or SOG, but it's definitely not the worst I've seen. All right, hope you've enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you to watch.